Further straining the Seoul-Tokyo rift, new Japanese textbooks are expected to carry Japan's claims over the Dokdo Islands. IT behemoths Samsung Electronics and Google have announced that they will cross-license each other's patents. And the Amur snow leopard is among the Olympic mascots for 2014. The design is by a Russian artist of Korean descent. Hello and welcome to News Today on KBS World. It's Tuesday, January 28th. I'm Luke Clary. Guidebooks for Japanese middle and high school textbooks will carry Japan's sovereignty claims over South Korea's Dokdo Islets, provoking Seoul at a time of strained bilateral relations.
Japan's Ministry of Education decided to announce the Dokdo Islets as Japanese territory in a new version of guidebooks for middle and high school textbooks. In 2008, Japan described the controversy over Dokdo with South Korea in a guidebook to middle school textbooks. Dokdo is referred to as Takashima in Japan. Japan will call the islets as a part of its territory in textbook guidelines for the first time. Textbook guidelines are not legally binding, but they do contain detailed guidelines on issues that must be taught in school. So they have great impact on educators and the process of reviewing and approving textbooks. The decision is in line with Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe and his government's right-wing actions to strengthen Japan's sovereignty over Dokdo.
韓国、中国を意識しているわけじゃないんですが、これはもともと我が国の尖閣も竹島も固有の領土ですから、固有の領土だということを領土教育としてきちっと教えるべきだと。
Japan revises its textbook guidelines every 10 years. The latest revision will come out sooner than the original schedule set in 2016. The South Korean government called the Japanese ambassador to Seoul to strongly protest Japan's move.
Starting next month, financial authorities will be able to stop the operation of phone numbers used in illegal loan advertisements. Additionally, new measures could help block spam text messages.
Many people receive spam text messages regarding illegal loan opportunities on a daily basis. Last year, the Financial Supervisory Service received more than 25,000 cases where people reported damages stemming from illegal loan offers by phone. The public's anxiety surged recently due to a massive leak of personal information by credit card companies. Starting next month, the authorities will be able to suspend phone numbers used in illegal loan scams within a week. When the Financial Supervisory Service notifies the police with damage reports caused by the illegal loan scams, the police will request telecom providers to suspend the reported numbers immediately without investigating them.
그 과정에서 많은 시간이 소요가 돼서 또 다른 서민들이 많은 피해를 보고 있기 때문에 피해를 조기에 막아보겠다는 게 이번 제도의 기본 취지가 되겠습니다.
The government is also considering having the Korea Communications Commission immediately block suspicious phone numbers that are presumed to be used for acts of financial fraud. Currently, it takes telecom companies more than 4 months on average to block suspicious phone numbers because of mandatory police investigations.
The migration route of a species of duck believed to be the cause of recent outbreaks of avian influenza has been detected by Korean GPS. It's part of efforts to stop the spread of bird flu.
A satellite transmitter that weighs 9.5 grams and with a long antenna is attached to the back of a Baikal teal. The bird was caught near the Dongnim Reservoir in North Jeolla Province, where a flock of migratory birds was recently found dead from avian influenza. Thanks to the transmitter, the authorities were able to find the location of Baikal teals just 1 day after using the device. The birds were 56 kilometers away near the Kum River. It's the first time that the authorities captured the birds' migration route using a GPS device. It will also help keep tabs on the quarantine measures as the routes can be traced every 12 hours.
큰 집단을 이루고 움직이기 때문에 그 한 마리가 포함된 집단의 움직임을 한 마리지만은 대표할 수 있는.
2 helicopters are spraying disinfectants into the air. The government launched several of these as efforts to prevent the spread of the deadly bird flu virus hit a snag. They are targeting farms located in the proximity of migratory birds' stopover areas where their feces and dead birds have been discovered.
철새가 이제 10월 달부터 이제 저기 러시아 쪽에서 내려오고 또 3월부터는 이제 중국이나 동남아 쪽에서 철새가 올라옵니다. 그래서 그때도 상당히 위험한 그런 시기 때문에.
The government also plans to deploy 7 unmanned helicopters to stop the spread of avian influenza caused by migratory birds.
IT behemoths Samsung Electronics and Google have announced that they will cross-license each other's patents. Existing patents and those made in the next 10 years fall under the agreement.
Samsung Electronics and Google have signed a global patent cross-licensing agreement. The two companies have already been collaborating in the smartphone sector. The deal will cover the existing 150,000 patents owned by Samsung and Google around the world. The two companies will also cross-license 100,000 more patents that will be filed over the next 10 years. Under the agreement, Samsung will be able to share Google's experiences in software development, while Google will have access to Samsung's advanced hardware technology.
구글의 안드로이드 운영체제를 이용해서 향후에 IT 부분에서 계속적인 점유율과 경쟁률을 높여가기 위해서는 삼성전자 입장에서는 중요한 특허 협정이라고 판단됩니다.
The deal will enable the two tech giants to get a head start in markets for next-generation IT devices such as wearable computers. The deal shows the rest of the industry that there is more to gain from cooperating than engaging in unnecessary patent disputes. Industry watchers are now shifting their attention to what innovative effects the Samsung-Google cross-licensing deal will have.
The Amur snow leopard is among the 3 animals chosen as mascots for the 2014 Winter Olympic Games. The design comes from a Russian artist of Korean descent.
Olympic mascots are sold at parks and gift shops in the Russian coastal city of Sochi, which is hosting the 2014 Winter Olympic Games from February 7th. The 3 animals are the polar bear, the European hare, and the Amur snow leopard, which are popular among Russians and tourists. The Amur snow leopard mascot was created by a Korean-Russian named Vadim Pak. Pak gained fame after appearing in a 2011 live TV competition for selecting Sochi Olympic mascots. When the vote to choose the Olympic mascots was underway, Russian Prime Minister Vladimir Putin expressed his support for the Amur snow leopard. Pak's ancestors were Koreans who were relocated to unpopulated areas during the times of the Soviet Union. He gave words of encouragement to the South Korean Olympic team. The mascot created by an ethnic Korean will be a symbol promoting the 2014 Winter Olympic Games.
80% of citizens support a revision to Korea's inheritance law due after the Lunar New Year holiday. Illustrating the country's changing attitudes about inheritance, a recent KBS poll digs into the details.
8 out of 10 respondents said they agree that when a person dies, 50% of the assets should be given to a surviving spouse. More women, at 85.2%, agreed with the law's revision than men, which recorded 75.7%. By profession, stay-at-home wives outnumbered all others. The poll also revealed a generation gap. While only 60% of those in their 20s were in favor of the revision of the inheritance law, nearly 90% of the respondents in their 50s and 60s were for the change. Most of the respondents said more than 50% of the couple's assets should be given to a surviving spouse. They were trailed by answers citing the 40 to 50% range and the 30 to 40% range. 7 out of 10 respondents said taxes should not be levied on the assets inherited by a surviving spouse. Most of the respondents from high-income households were against such taxes. About 83% of the respondents said that it's okay for a surviving spouse to receive less than 50% of the couple's assets if he or she remarries later in life. Only 6 out of 10 respondents agreed that a surviving spouse's share must be protected by law even if there is a will that states otherwise. Only about half of those polled agreed that spouses should share assets that they had inherited during their marriage. 4 out of 10 were against that. The poll was conducted on January 21st and the 22nd on 1,121 adults nationwide via the internet.
A special photo exhibition hosted at Seoul City Hall is giving visitors a look into how people lived in Seoul in the 1960s, a time of revolutionary industrialization and urbanization. Let's take a look back in time.
These babies were crowned the healthiest in Seoul during a time when no one had enough to eat. It's odd seeing such babies when today everyone, including kids, worry about obesity. Baby boomers packed into classes and a school made from a single tent. These serious-looking students are taking a beautician licensing test, while these people try to beat the heat at a shower facility on the Han River. These Koreans survived through the tough times with their resilience and work ethics. No one could have imagined how this bus terminal in Sinchon and bus station in Namdaemun would change over a few decades. This photo exhibition was organized to mark the first anniversary of the opening of the Seoul Citizens Hall.
1960년대 그 시대상을 시민들의 그 생활상을 중심으로 그 사진으로 담았습니다.
These are photos of snack stalls which appeared on the riverside for the first time in 1989. Some photos show the fast disappearing alleys in 25 districts in Seoul. Most are nearly gone. The nostalgic photos featured at the exhibition can be viewed online at the homepage of the Seoul Museum of History.
In today's entertainment news, K-pop group Big Bang has wrapped up a concert tour spanning Korea and Japan, while Disney's Frozen is the solid box office leader for the second week.
Fans went wild at a Big Bang concert where the 5 members regrouped as a boy band after a long hiatus. Big Bang's agency said that roughly 770,000 people came to see the group's concert tour at Japan's 6th largest domes. The dome tour began in November of last year and has just wrapped up on January 13th. Some 36,000 people also attended the band's concerts held in Seoul from last Friday to Sunday. Until recently, the Big Bang members were pursuing their individual careers for around 2 years. Now, they're coming back together as a group to release their 3rd album sometime this summer. Disney's fantastic animation film Frozen has topped the Korean box office for 2 weeks in a row. The Korean Film Council reported that more than 1.24 million people saw Frozen last weekend to record 3.12 million in accumulated ticket sales.
Icy temperatures keep many of us indoors over the winter, but the lake and mountains of Jecheon, North Chungcheong Province offer an incredible winter destination you won't want to miss. Jecheon in North Chungcheong Province is famous for its picturesque landscape. The slopes of the mountains have served as natural ramparts for Jecheon for thousands of years. The slopes are now part of a well-known trekking course, Jaderak Gil.
자드락길이란 나지막한 산길색 비탈진 곳에 난 좁은 길이라는 뜻인데요. 청풍 호수를 주변으로 58km 구간에 만들어진 길이에요. 그래서 1코스부터 7코스까지 있는데 완만한 경사길이면서 자박자박 걷기에 아주 좋은 길입니다.
A 10-kilometer path along Gaegok Rampart is a favorite among tourists, thanks to its unspoiled nature and the fact that it's not too rough.
정말 이 도시를 떠나서 한적한 산길을 걸으니까 마음이 다 풍요롭고 치유가 되는 것 같고.
The walk along the mountain path makes people feel as if their souls have been healed. At the end of the trekking course is an observatory overlooking the Cheongpung Lake. Tourists are wowed by the picturesque scenes they can take in here. The lake flows and stretches under Oksun Bridge. It really is beautiful. You cannot help but bring out your camera to take photos.
경치가 어딜 보나 다 아름답고 멋있네요. 정말 신기하고 아름다운 대한민국.
Jecheon produces 80% of the medicinal herbs sold in Korea.
제천에서 생산하는 약재인데요. 7가지 약재를 돼지고기 삶을 넣고 있어요.
A medicinal herb market has operated in Jecheon since the Joseon Dynasty era. The rice was cooked with milk vetch roots, a specialty of Jecheon. Wild greens picked at a nearby mountain stimulate people's appetites. It does look great. The dishes captivate the taste buds of the people who come here.
아줌마들은 이렇게 밖에 나와서 콧바람만 쐬어도 굉장히 좋은데 지금 이 제천에 와서 건강 체험도 하고 건강 음식도 먹고 그러니까 너무 기분이 좋아요.
In Jecheon, there is a unique facility that runs interactive traditional culture programs. For use, you must make reservations in advance. Some middle school students are participating in a traditional archery program. The arrow flies 145 meters to hit the target. Shooting the arrow is not easy, but the experience of hitting the target is thrilling.
꽂았다! 꽂았다! 제가 이렇게 양궁에 소질이 있는지 몰랐고요. 양궁 신동 같아요.
On an icy pond, students spin tops and sled. As they compete or play together with these traditional games, it sure looks as if they've forgotten about the cold for a while.
유치원 때하고 처음 쳐봤는데 그때 추억도 떠오르고 다시 오고 싶어요 어쨌든.
Visit Jecheon if you are looking for a good destination for a winter trip. You won't regret it. Now we'll take a look at the markets, followed by the world weather. And that's it for this edition of News Today. We'll see you again at the same time tomorrow. Have a great day.